everybody! So now that spring is finally here, I'm so excited to give you my tips on how to spring clean your life and also how to spring clean your relationships. Now the first thing that people think of when they think of spring cleaning is like cleaning up stuff, but doing a little cleanup in the relationship department is really important too because it helps us weed out some of the relationships that aren't working for us and focus on some of the positive and healthy ones. So tip number one for spring cleaning your relationships is to start small. You can actually do a mini life cleanse before you start working on any of the relationships. Start by getting used to that uncomfortable feeling of breaking up by going around your house and breaking up with little things. Go into the fridge and look at all the foods that aren't working for you this year. Go into your closet and pull out all the clothes that you're not wearing this year because you know you're not going to wear them anyway. And even your medicine cabinet contains clues of things that aren't exactly working for you, like if you have a half-eaten container of Tums or your birth control pill that you've forgotten to take in 2 days. These could be clues of things that aren't exactly working for you in areas that might require a change. So now that you've done a little life declutter, it's time to start looking at your relationships with a more critical eye. Relationships with friends can often be tricky because sometimes we don't realize how emotionally attached we are to them, and we don't even realize that the relationship has actually grown toxic. A good friendship requires things to go both ways. So both parties need to care about each other, and both parties also need to respect one another and each other's time. I've seen a lot of friendships go bad when one party starts creating a lot of drama and making the relationship very one-sided. So if you have friends in this category, it might be time to do some spring cleaning. Now this doesn't mean cutting them out of your life completely, but what it does mean is giving them information and help so that they can improve the type of friend that they are. So if your girlfriend is showing up 20 minutes late every single time you have lunch with her, you need to let her know that it's not cool with you and that you aren't going to go for lunch with her anymore if she's going to keep showing up late. Feedback is one of the most important things in a friendship, but it needs to be done with care and with the intent that you're trying to help them, not hurt them. I've even heard a lot of women say that breaking up with a bad friend is actually harder than breaking up with a romantic relationship. And I think this is because sometimes our friends have been embedded into our lives. They are people who have literally been there for a long time. We're emotionally attached to them, and oftentimes they're also integrated into our social circle, which means we can't have the same kind of clean break that we would have in a romantic relationship after a breakup. So it can be really tricky. Either way, it's important to stand your ground, because if a bad friend knows that she can take advantage of you, she's gonna do it again, and again, and again. Finally, spring cleaning your romantic relationships can range anywhere from decluttering some of the many people that you've been dating over the last 3 months, all the way to refining some of your goals and objectives as a couple, even if you've been married for 20 years. Spring cleaning your romantic relationships is just as easy as sitting down and determining what parts of your relationship are working for you this year and which parts are not. So maybe you and your partner realize that getting out on a date is actually really helping your relationship every once in a while, so you aim to do that once a week instead of just whenever. Or maybe you've been dating players for the last year and you realize that this strategy isn't working for you, so you're going to switch to dating guys who you think are more relationship material. Either way, I don't see spring cleaning as a negative thing at all. I think it's about kind of revitalizing and even reorganizing your life so that you can actually focus on the things that are important to you. The things, the people, the friends, the relationships that matter to you. And sometimes all it takes is a little tweak for things to get back on the right track. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more weekly videos on relationships. Bye everybody.